Hi everyone, welcome back to our next lesson on Module 7, Out and About, with me, Teacher Grace. In today's lesson, we'll be learning two types of vocabulary, which is the places in towns and also the rules. We will also read on our world and complete the exercise in our workbook, page 54. Let's look at the vocabulary words that we will be learning today. The first is museum, museum, library, library, swimming pool, swimming pool. For the rules, be quiet, be quiet. Mobile phone, mobile phone. Throw rubbish in the rubbish bin. Throw rubbish in the rubbish bin. Now let's move on to our listening and reading skills. Let's read together.
Rules, rules, rules. Do you follow rules? There are rules wherever we go, at home, in class, and the places we visit. Here are some rules for different places. 1. Don't talk. Turn off your mobile phones. Throw rubbish in the rubbish bin. 2. Have a shower before swimming. Don't run. 3. Don't touch the paintings. Don't take photos. 4. Read quietly. Don't eat or drink.
Based on the rules that we have read just now, let's match it to the correct places. Take your time to complete this activity. You may also do it in your student's book by numbering the picture. Now, let's listen and number the picture 1 to 5.
1. Be quiet in the hospital. 2. Turn off your mobile phones in the cinema. 3. Throw rubbish in the rubbish bin. 4. Don't eat in class. 5. Don't take photos in the museum.
Now let's move on to the writing skills. For the first activity of writing, we're making rules. So you may use the word don't or do not. So for example, in A, what can we write about in class? Yes, you're right. You may say you don't eat in class. For B, what should we use? Rubbish in the rubbish bin. Do you still remember the word that we use in our vocabulary? Yes, we use the word throw. Throw rubbish in the rubbish bin. So we do not use the word don't throw. Okay, we straight use the word throw. Next, yes, be quiet in the hospital. The fourth sentence, your mobile phones in the cinema. What should we do with our mobile phones when we are in the cinema? Yes, you're right. We need to turn off your mobile phones in the cinema. And the last one, can we take photos or we can't take photos? Yes, we can't take photos, so we need to add the word don't take photos in the museum. Well done. Now, let's move on to the exercise in your workbook on page 54. For this first activity, it asks you where can you see these rules. You need to read and tick the place or places. For example, number 1, be quiet. Where can we see these rules? Do we see these rules in the hospital? Yes, you're right. We can see it in the hospital. How about in the library? Do we see these rules in the library? Yes, you're right. We do see it in the library. What about the playground? Do we see the signboard saying be quiet? No. Okay, let's move on to the second one. Don't touch the paintings. Do we see this rule in the cinema? No. How about the museum? Yes, we see it in the museum. How about the library? No. Number 3, turn off your mobile phones. Where do we see this rule? Do we see it in the museum? No. How about the cinema? Yes, we see it in the cinema. And how about school? Yes, we need to turn off our mobile phones in school. By the way, remember, do not bring your mobile phones to school at all. Number 4, don't eat or drink. Where do we see this rule? Yes, you're right. It is at the library. Can we eat and drink at the playground? Yes, we can. How about in the cinema? Can we eat or drink in the cinema? Yes, we eat popcorn in the cinema. For rule number 5, don't run. Where do you usually see this rule? Yes, you're right. We see this rule in the museum and also at the swimming pool. For this next activity, you would need to write your rule for your bedroom. So you're going to write 3 rules. Once you have done, you may send your answers to your teacher. That's all for this lesson. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.